Okay, so if you want your woman to submit to you as a man, you need to also provide the environment where she is herself.
Exactly, that's what I'm preaching. That's all I mean. You see a lot of women who would say, I don't really have female friends. Why?
Because they hate themselves.
Because they hate themselves and they don't hide it.
Yeah, that's true.
There was a lady who helped me purchase my first camera.
That's nice.
Yeah.
A man still have the capability of still being in love with you and still cheat.
But a woman can't.
No, when a woman cheats, there's always a reason to it.
So when a man cheating, there's no reason.
There's no reason.
The man just cheated because he wanted to cheat.
Correct. Guys, welcome to Silvercast, right? And I'm your host, Mr. Paul. And today I have a guest, right? As usual, I always have a guest. Now, this guest of mine is my G, bro. What did he do? No, relax. This guest of mine is my G, okay? And before I even allow him to do the whole, what's your name, that kind of thing, I have a question for you, bro. No, watch here. I have a question. Before starting this whole podcasting, I was like, bro, I want to start a podcast. I want to start anything that has to do with content and everything.
Yeah.
And I remember one thing that you said. Like, that thing always they hunt me. You told me that it's not going to be possible for me. Now, it's not as if I'm incapable of doing it. I think you have other reasons why you said that. And apart from you, I have like 2-3 people who told me that I don't think you can do this. Today, I'm sure you've already seen whatever you've seen on the internet. What do you think? Have I impressed you enough?
I didn't say it's not possible for you. Hey, make people don't make it look like I'm a bad person and I give bad advice.
No.
I said that.
What did you say?
I didn't even discourage you. Besides, I was even helping you with the... didn't I help you get someone to help you edit?
No, the truth is that...
The planning, the process. The only thing... I don't remember saying it's not possible.
No.
Cause conventional people talk about you bad person.
See, this is it, right? People, he didn't say, oh, you can't do it, as if you're incapable of doing it, right? He said that due to X reasons, you might not have the time to do it.
Exactly. My point was time, because if I text you, say, when was the last time? I told you I had a problem with my this thing. How long it take you before you see that message?
So I think
it's just that, the point I was coming from with that statement was, ever since I started creating content, one thing I've realized is it needs dedication, like severe dedication.
Yeah.
Like you have to do it consistently. Like you have to give it your whole,
And so far,
attention,
with what
because of the creativity. No, wait, relax.
Okay, continue.
Because of the creativity that comes with it, the time to process everything. I didn't think that you would have that time to do all of that.
Okay.
But the time, because you need to dedicate your whole heart to it. You need to give it all.
How many people have approached you and say, because of X reason I want to start content creation, and because of I didn't even allow you to do your introduction. I don't want to. It's like we've already jumped.
Let's just
connect. Bro. Do the introduction. Go ahead. Your name.
My name is Emmanuel Lobo. I am known on the internet as Stvpid, and I'm a tech content creator. I make content around smartphones, technology in general, tips and tricks, artificial intelligence, and the rest. Today, this guy has dragged me here to come and talk. I don't know what he wants me to say, but I'm here.
This is going to happen. I think that people will be thinking, okay, this conversation is going to be boring because you are known to be very serious. Hi guys, check out this, check out that. So today, let's see another side of this guy. His ideas on a couple of things. All right. Now you were saying something.
Yes. So I generally, I think, like you're saying, I've had people reach out to me, call me, talk to me. I want to start a podcast. I think I like your content. What kind of gear do you use?
I think you've inspired people. Have you noticed?
Yeah. I haven't noticed that really, but yeah, there are a number of people always in my DMs who want to start content because of what I'm doing. I love your quality. How do you do it? Yeah, I get that.
Is it expensive to be Stvpid, like everything that you're saying?
Wait, what kind of how you make it look like?
Okay, so the production. See, this is what happens, right? There's a lot of work that goes in behind the scenes. People only see that 1 minute 30 seconds video. And I don't know how people perceive the whole thing, whether they think it's cheap, whether it's normal.
If anybody tells you that quality doesn't matter, they're after your life. They are one of the few people that don't like you. Because let's be honest, I only found there was only like a 10 table or a 10 around for me when I changed my quality.
Really?
Yeah. You can't be promoting the best and quality, not in the sense of expensive. It's not like being expensive. There's difference between having expensive production and having quality content. You can use your smartphone and still. I was about to do my smartphone. And still have quality content.
Right.
It's completely different. There's a difference between expensive and quality. So if anybody tells you quality doesn't matter or having expensive gear doesn't matter, you should reconsider it, because let's be honest, the video that took off on TikTok was with a camera, and I had been shooting with a smartphone all along. Shitty quality, terrible shots.
Listen, you see some videos on the internet, and then people say you can still start a content with your phone, your smartphone, and all that. I mean, before I even proceed with my question, what do you think about my production, the works that you've seen? I want you to confess so bad that.
But I think I never hated anything. I didn't have a problem with it. It was you. It was you, the person who was the issue.
I have like 4 people. That are on my pending list who are going to be on this show, who said a couple of things, not to discourage me, right? But then they said a couple of things to challenge me, to even make me start in the first place. Right? Yeah. So before you even proceed with the gadgets and all that, what do you think about my production?
I think your production is great. Right?
I have a solid team, bro. Like
I think your team is doing a good job. You are doing a good job. It's not easy to handle different things at the same time. But I believe delegation is one aspect that has made it easier. But generally, I think it's a 10 over 10.
Yeah. Bless up. I mean, you heard it yourself, right? This is my G.
Yeah.
And anyway, so back to the whole smart. I want to find out something. How do you get all these ideas for your content that you do?
First, in the beginning, it was inspiration. I see somebody's video, this video has gotten a lot of views. I realized that I could make a similar video like that, right? People say I'm copying, but I make the video in my style. Okay. Because I also have audience. That's also
copying.
That's also copying. But the point is delivering the value for them.
Correct.
Like, for instance, there's so many videos online that talks about a specific feature on an iPhone, but not everybody in the world would see it.
Correct.
So I think that I've seen, this person has spoken about this feature. I have seen it from this person. Okay. I have at the back of my mind that somebody might have not seen it. Okay. I've tried it. It works. Okay. Let me just go ahead and also make a video, but in my tone, not copying them, like their demeanor, their production type and style. I am just making the content to make it mine. Because that tip, if it's in an iPhone or a Samsung, was put there by Samsung and an iPhone. The only catch here is somebody had to dig deep to find it. Okay. And now that they found it and posted it on the internet, I believe that a number of people would see it, but not everyone would see it.
Okay, so you make your own
version. And that is why I make my own version of that video. So that was one of the ways I could make videos. Sometimes too, I had to sit down on my phone, especially with the tips and tricks. I had to sit down on my phone, play along with it, go deep into the nitty-gritties of things. Like sometimes I go root my phone safe. Some of the phones you root it, change the firmware, play around it just to see if you can find these hidden tips and tricks around the smartphone before producing the content.
But what do you say to people who say this person is copying a type of content that they saw on the internet and they're trying to make a version of it? What do you think about that?
I honestly
it looks like you were running away from the word copying. It's like
I was actually running away from copying because people misinterpret copying from inspiration.
Okay.
It still is copying. Right. But this is there's a number of content styles we've seen online that you could tell that this one mimics a certain person's production.
Yeah, that is if you're watching them.
That's if you're watching them. But they've tried to tune it in their own style. Okay. They've tried to make it theirs. Sometimes you hit a creative block. Sometimes some people are not naturally creative, right? But they need a helping hand. They need to see something to make it look some type of way, or to make it to birth something better out of it. Okay, you get it. Okay. So that's where the perspective of I've seen this person design this. Let me just use, how many versions of Coke have we seen?
There are lots, bro.
Coca-Cola. I don't even call them Coca-Cola, right? Yeah. But they have different names. Something cola, something cola.
Right? Yeah.
You get it? And it's not as much as the original, right? But these people are making money off it.
Okay.
Probably got inspired from Coca-Cola. That's how people are.
Right.
Not everyone is born to be genuine or to be the unique type, right? They would need to pick some form of inspiration from which is called copying.
Yeah. I think one way or the other, there is somebody who has, probably done whatever the hell I'm doing, or maybe somebody, probably done the same thing somebody has already done, right? All you have to do is probably change it into your own tone.
Yeah, just make it yours.
Make it yours, and that is that.
It becomes copying when you're like talking like the person, dressing like the person, trying to act like the person in a show. That one, you're copying them.
But in all contents, why did you choose tech? Have you heard this question multiple times?
If you look at my face, don't look like somebody who can't do anything else about
you look like a nerd, bro. Like, you look like one of those nerds who are so much low-key, minding their business at home. They don't go out and all that.
I look into many secrets. Let's not go there.
I mean, I'm telling you what you look like. If it's true, that's fine. But
it's just because growing up, tech has been like a big part of me. I wasn't introduced to technology at an early age, right? But it was something I was like always curious to explore. Yeah, so I remember like I could meet my aunties and I'm like, I want a Bricks game, I want a Nintendo DS, but they couldn't get it for me. So some of them were hiding from me when they see me.
Are you from a rich home?
No.
Really?
We're in Foba.
How many people presume you're from a rich home?
A lot. Everybody thinks I'm a DB some way, or I'm from this well-to-do home. But Charlie, no. And I'm not praising like coming from a struggling home, but I'm not.
But you're not from the streets too.
No, I'm not from the streets. It's just that I had parents who were like, I don't care what's gonna happen. I'm going to make sure my child is well-to-do.
That's
right.
True. Yeah.
They don't have enough. Like my dad is a cleaner, a janitor.
Yeah.
You get it. My mom is a teacher, teaches in a private school.
Yeah, but they gave you their all.
But they try to come together to like make sure that at least our kids are comfortable. So if it has to do with finding every means possible to provide for them, no matter like they'll give us what they'll make it happen. So that's wild, bro. Yeah, that's the family I came from, and it's one of the privileges I have. And it makes it look like I'm a DB when I'm with people.
I mean, when you walk around in town and people look at you and they're like, "This guy is a DB." Somehow, I think it's some sort of credit.
Well, like, but negative perception. I don't like.
And understand you explain tire if you try to explain.
So I don't.
But personally, I think it's some kind of credit for you, because
some people would see it as a flex.
Yes, because I had to work hard to look like this that you saw. That made you give that kind of credit.
Yeah,
because you won't call everyone a DB, right? So you probably saw me and you saw something and you thought, okay, this person is X person, and it's good. But this is what I've noticed about you, though. The whole content creation, the tech thing. One, it's some kind of content that people are not like super hyped to do. Like it's not like the kind of content where people want to dance. Or people, the dancing is plenty, the singing is plenty. The tech is not as many as, I don't know whether I've not seen enough.
Yeah, in Ghana, it's not
as, and then weirdly and interestingly, when it comes to hype, when it comes to your personality, when it comes to money though, I think that you are rocking shoulders with the people.
Money? No, I'm not sure if that's money. I'm rocking shoulders with the people.
Bro, confess. Because I've seen you on stage with big dogs. With people like that. And I'm like, wow, a content creator who is also known in this country, and somehow you guys are rocking shit. Don't you, what do you think about this?
It's grace. It's the grace of God.
All right, cool.
The everlasting Father.
Okay.
The power, the favor of the Almighty that puts me in places that I'm not supposed to be in. You people have to trust God. God is a delivering factor. He'll change your life. Okay. But I don't have money yet.
Meet me in Chinese. I mean...
If anything, I will call you.
If anything, I'll call you guys. What was the one interesting opportunity that comes with doing content in itself? The tech content.
Getting access to smartphones.
Free smartphones.
It's not free. I mean,
I will start tech content. Like right
I mean, I feel like that's going to be the major advantage, and especially now that it's a growing space. Like there are not a lot of people doing it, so you're like the go-to spot for if there's supposed to be a promotion or somebody wants you to help amplify their presence in the country. You know, they like contact one of the first few people that you know are doing this in the country. So myself and my other brothers, Rick was
they are doing
so
good job,
they like come to us first before anyone else. So it's just like, you know, it's a great feeling, but generally being able to get some of the devices for some brands are like, I'm going to give you a device. No, you don't have to return it. You know, it's not a smartphone. Before somebody comes like, give me phone, I don't have any free smartphones. We return them.
What?
We return some of them. Yeah,
some of them.
All of them actually. Yeah.
You don't return them.
Oh, we return them. Majority of them.
Majority of them. It's only a
few that you come and got a contract that I'm not returning this. And most of them, those ones that we don't return, they are kept because we have to do monthly videos for them.
Right.
You get it? Like being able to do a video for them on a feature every month. At least 1 or 2 videos. So you only return it when there's a new one and then swap it out. So you can't even give that one out if you want to. And that's why I want to use this platform to say tech reviewers do not have free phones. Yeah. Some of the phones that they give to us,
they do.
We have to return it back.
Yo, how many phones do you have?
We have to compare.
Okay. Now, they have free phones. they, apart from me, I see you guys reviewing phones like all the time.
Yeah.
So of course, I mean, some of the deals they give the phones to you. Some of them you don't return them. Let the people know they can lean on you sometimes for free.
No, you can't lean on me.
No, for free something.
Free.
Yeah.
No. The thing is, if you are keeping a device, you are still working with it regardless. So like, there's going to be a new device the following year. You'd have to compare. Unless you're done comparing and the brand doesn't want to take it anymore, or the brand doesn't want to swap it out for the new one, then maybe you can say, oh, then I can give this one away.
The opportunities that came, or, you know, the opportunities that has come with whatever you're doing. I've seen you travel out, do X thing, do Y things and all that. And we will talk about it because we have to let the people know there's an opportunity called tech creation that will give you opportunities to take you to wherever. And enlighten me on a couple of them. I saw you working with Binance.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know whether they flew you out of the country to do all that. Do small things.
It's one of those things. It happens.
Hey.
As a content creator.
They said you guys know the show as the way. Show us the way.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let me show you the way. Zoom in.
Show us the way.
It's not that easy. Truth of the matter is,
I've seen this guy travel out of this country multiple times, bro.
How many?
Multiple times.
Multiple, yeah.
I have to take my phone to check, pretty much, because, bro, tell the people what the way out is, so they can decide on what exactly to do with their lives. The youth are hustling, bro.
Okay, so the way out is just, start something. Like, on a more serious note, start something. If traveling is what you want to do, or if you want to be one that travels, start travel content. But you don't necessarily have to start travel content just because you want to travel. Just be somebody who creates value in the field you find yourself in, right? Find something valuable to preach to people.
Right.
Gain a certain type of audience. Reach out to brands that you have this number of audience and you can do this for them. Translate that into actual figures. Give them an ROI, which will make them want to come back.
Okay.
And then recycle it.
Okay.
The last time I was asking a friend of mine that, Charlie, the country has become hard. You can't really do businesses anymore. Even if you want to, it takes a lot. So what can you invest in to like long-term gains? We want to do. And they were saying like treasury bills, those investments.
Were you the one asking that?
Yeah. Wow. Those investment plans and stuff. And then it was just a question to pick their mind. It's not like something I needed, but trying to see their mind. And then someone was like, well, with that amount, because I stated an amount, and they were like, well, with that amount, you need to do what you did to get to that amount and recycle it. Or
that's deep, bro.
Do it over and over again.
Yeah.
So if let's say it's 10,000 CDs, however, whatever you did to get 10,000 CDs,
you need to keep doing
repeat
it. I mean, I don't think it's entirely true. I believe that when you put in a certain kind of energy to get X amount of money, that tactics, you need to probably add more tactics to what you did to get more of the money if you want to get that. I don't know whether you understand my point.
I understand you, but the point here is that stats will bring you much more yields than investing it somewhere.
Yeah,
or
but
investing it in
when
like
you
a
keep doing
treasury
the
bill
same thing over and over,
or an M fund.
yeah.
It's not like doing over and over.
Let me ask you this. Most of your videos are almost opportunities to make money.
All of them. Not all of them.
Do
Not
X
most
things.
of them.
Hold on. Do X things and you get X amount of money.
Yeah.
Like you do that all the time.
Yeah.
Are they real?
Yeah, they're real.
Bro.
I'm not showing you how to get money directly. Let me be honest. And in most of my videos, I state it emphatically that this is not going to take you out of poverty. Right? It's just a side hustle. And it's not most of my videos. There are a few videos that I've done, yes, but it's not all my videos or most of my videos. I can count them, like 4 or 5 of them.
Oh, bro. Most of your videos, I think it's even most. The videos that I see on my FYP, bro, they talk about, Charlie, do X, Y, Z, and then are they scams though?
No, they're not scams. So the one that I do, right, is the ones that I remember doing was one for an investment platform. I don't want to mention it because, of course, and that one works. But people fail to read the terms or read the instructions that come with some of these platforms before they end up, going to do it. Now the terms and instructions include maybe there was one service on that particular platform. That means that if you invest, right, you can't withdraw until you've topped up because it's a safety fund. Okay. Like you're doing that investment for your own safety. So it's set for a number of years. Okay. Until that number of years has reached, you can't come out of it. People do not read some of these things. They go into it, log their funds, and now they come and complain that Misikaka.
Don't you get backlash for people saying people saying you misled them?
I've done something that is scam. There was a message like this for a service I did about a credit card service, right? And I did my due diligence. I've done my checks. I've done everything, because people are very skeptical with when it comes to like investing money or putting their money somewhere, and immediately something goes off, just a hitch. Okay, they'll start calling it scam. Okay, so this person deposited some money into their Visa card, right? Sorry, onto the credit card service, debit card, virtual debit card service. Correct. And then the money was deducted from his account, but didn't reflect on the debit card. Well, we're in the tech age. Tech glitches sometimes. Some things happen with tech, right? So his first call was to text customer care. Unfortunately, he wasn't getting a response. And that was it. Because he hasn't gotten a response that instant, the service is a scam. They've stolen his money. So he reached out to me, made that complaint, and I was like, have you reached out to customer care? He said yes, but he hasn't gotten a response yet. I was like, okay. Because I worked directly with the people, I went to the person I know who works with them, texted them and said, oh, this is the feedback I'm getting. This is the person's email. This is what's happening. They are calling your platform a scam. I'm not sure I'm ready for something like this just yet. So can you please help fix the problem? I was like, yeah, but they are not like active at the moment with human customer care because there's it's a company. They don't have HS. So what's happening is the bot is like the one responding now, but there will be a customer care rep to attend to him. Right. Just at that moment, there's no one currently available to attend just yet, and that has been indicated. I see. When I spoke to him, it wasn't long after the guy came back to tell me that, oh, thank you, I'm real. He thinks it's real now. His money has reflected now. He can go do his purchase.
How can somebody look at you and think you're not real? I want to touch on this for the last time. When people advertise for some company and then they get defrauded or something, who is it to be blamed?
I am supposed to be blamed.
You advertising it?
If I advertise the product and you go and you get defrauded, I am supposed to be blamed.
No.
Listen. Okay. I am the first point of contact. You saw the product because of me. Okay. If I did my due diligence, I shouldn't have made a video for that company. It is I'm leading. It's like you're leading a number of people. Okay. You are a leader. Right. They trust you. That's whatever you come and tell them is what they believe in. Okay. And this is what most people use against me when they have an issue like this. The person came like this. He said, I downloaded this app because of you. I downloaded this software because of you. Okay. I invested in this because of you. Okay. You made a video about this particular platform and I invested in it because of you. Okay. She gets it. Yeah. So they didn't know about it. They have no idea about the platform until I came to talk about it. And because they trust me, they were like, oh, this guy is real. Let me just go ahead and then try it.
Right.
Then you go and then they get scammed. Yes. The other end of the platform would be blamed because they're also scammers. Right? They're not going to be left out of it because they're scammers. But you as a creator, you should know that the work you're doing, you're handling people. Very dicey people. People who are struggling. People but because you said something like, oh, you're going to find money and come and do it. You're supposed to be blamed for not doing your checks before.
Most of these influencers.
As I'm talking to you,
talk to me.
There is a check going on the contract that I have with the brand, and the contract doesn't seem pretty right. So we're not going to go ahead and proceed with it because it's not speaking volumes, or it's not speaking in a way that I feel like my audience would want. And I'm not going to take that money to come and preach about something, and later my audience gets into a problem. I will be held accountable. If there's anything, if it becomes a police issue, I am the one who's going to be held.
If a musician or anyone take a business deal or advertisement deal from someone, and then somehow they advertise it, and then the audience jump into it and they want to buy it, who is it to be blamed?
They're supposed to blame the musician. You're supposed to do your due diligence before making a video for them.
Do you think they have time to do all that?
They should have time to do it because it involves other people's lives here. It's not just people's money. It's not just the audience that you have. You're taking care of a group of people.
You think people know this? What you're saying?
I don't know honestly, but I feel like most
there's
people
been attacks on influencers sometimes when they do adverts for some people, and then they say it wasn't my fault. I was just the messenger. I was just the.
You listen to yourself, influencer.
Yeah,
influencer. You influence people. You tell people what to do. You show them that, and people. The point is they've built trust.
Okay,
I've come to trust you.
Okay. Okay.
I've come to trust you. I like your service.
Right.
All right. I want to buy something from what you're preaching.
Okay.
Because of you, I've gone to buy it. I went and it's not working. I will blame you. I didn't know about it until you spoke about it. So you are supposed to do your due diligence. Make sure you run the checks. I'm not gonna lie. There are so many brands like that have happened. We're running the checks back and forth. They just didn't want to do it again. Because they tell it's not necessary.
People are looking at the money first. Like, how much are they offering?
Yeah,
let's do X thing.
You're paying me 10,000.
So,
but the sad thing is, it doesn't get that extreme for influencers. Majority of the time, the only thing that would happen is they'll just cancel the influencer. Like they'll say, or the creator, they'll say, this person, I don't trust him anymore. I'm not going to watch his videos again. Or I'm not going to do anything with him again. That's the worst case scenario that I've seen so far. I've never really seen them arrest anyone because of things like that. But yeah, in as much as the brand you're advertising for is also is also part of the scam, or like is a problem too, you are the major problem. You are the face. You should know what you are looking out for, or you should understand the marketing strategies and know what this brand is about. Read about them. Ask your questions. Test them out before you proceed.
Right. You heard? Anyway, let's jump into lifestyle for a bit. I saw that you started gym, and what happened?
I still do go.
You're lying.
I swear. It's just because I traveled and I came back recently, and so the thing is, I'm not going to the gym to bulk up. So I'm only doing cardio. I mostly do cardio. So just treadmill runs, push-ups, like anything that involves but HIIT, high intensity training, cardio, just that.
Why?
It's just because I'm sedentary most of the time because of the work I do. Like I'm always indoors behind my PC. I don't get a time to like move my body. Okay. So going to the gym is just a way to move my body. Trust me, I know somebody who has gone to the gym a whole year. He's just doing cardio, and I'm bigger than him. Look at me.
You are bigger than someone. Who is this someone?
Don't make it look like that. That's my reason why I'm going to the gym. No, I don't go to bulk up. I don't want to like gain extreme muscle.
I was expecting you to be heavily built when you because it's been a while since I saw you, and I was thinking, yo, Charlie.
It's only health, only for health. That's all.
For real.
Yeah.
I mean, I go to the gym for
You want to bulk up.
Yeah.
I know the chop already. I don't really be somebody.
Yeah.
Really
I'm tall. I want to be big as well.
I don't want to be big.
You don't?
Nah.
I also want to look sexy when I'm naked.
Yeah, looks like a you problem.
That's the main reason why I go to the gym.
It's like a you problem.
But I was thinking that maybe somebody broke your heart. That's why you started.
No, nobody broke my heart.
Bro,
Nah.
confess.
Nobody has broken my heart. Though.
I have a type of audience who are so much interested.
But it's like, you don't watch my status. Nobody has broken my heart. Nobody has broken my heart.
I have type of audience who are interested in people like you and then your broken heart story.
No.
And me, I know. I can even tell I don't even want you to
I'm
say,
tired of telling that story.
No. I mean, this is my show and you owe me that story.
Nah.
No, you owe me that story.
It's in the past.
No. Because
it's
well,
gone.
listen. This is not going to be like I'm going to say it behind the scenes or whatever the hell. Here's the thing. I can tell you the story from A to Z because I already know, right? Like, we started doing content creation because of X reasons and we needed money and say it. Well,
No, I didn't go to the point is I'm not in the gym now because of a heartbreak.
Okay.
If anything, I'm in a very good place now.
That's beautiful.
Right.
Let's talk about the heartbreak.
Which one?
Wait, how many heartbreak?
I think I believe you are talking about the one that led me to start creating content in the first place. It didn't lead me to start creating content.
Well, when people get heartbreak, that's when they get like I'm going to show them.
Yeah, heartbreak is like a good thing. For some reason, it's not a good thing, but it has good impact, especially for people who take a lesson from it, right? Like I learned a lot through the heartbreak. Of course, I'm not a good person generally.
Did you notice that it's your fault? It
definitely wasn't my fault.
It's probably your fault.
I had a part to play in it, but it wasn't my fault.
I have this notion that when a woman breaks your heart, it's your fault. When you tell me the story, I will know it's your fault.
I'm not telling you the story.
Tell me a little bit of what happened.
What happened?
Yeah, what happened?
As in like how?
As in say, when you were minding your business, you were this normal guy who doesn't pay attention to anything.
Yeah.
You were probably broke and you were just a nobody and you were just there.
Yeah.
And then one chick from nowhere broke your heart. And when she broke your heart, you're like, shit.
So when I got the heartbreak, it was a lesson for me to mature. Just took the advantage to focus more on content creation because I was making content before then, even during when we were dating.
Oh, me, I was thinking that was the main reason why you even started.
No. So I was doing that until my national service when the breakup happened. Before my national service, like after school, and I was doing content way before that, like a year or two before that. So when I got heartbroken, I was trying to heal, trying to move on.
How did you heal then? Nobody heals from heartbreak.
I couldn't heal like in that moment. Because it was hurtful. That was my first relationship.
Wait, I thought that was the only one. Did they show you again?
So that was my first relationship. I didn't say that was my first ex.
No.
Because I'm in a relationship now.
No, you are explaining. I'm saying that the heartbreak in itself. Me, I was thinking it was only one.
It's yeah, but what? See, the point is, I was creating content then during the heartbreak. But I wasn't taking it serious, and I was like, I'm focusing so much on this heartbreak. Why don't I just move on? Right? Why don't I just focus on, doing more than just focusing on the heartbreak? So I moved, I changed ship, and then I focused on the content, started making, because then I'm a laboratory technologist by profession. So I was working at Apple Clinic, and so I used that advantage to focus on the work I was doing. And then
so the heartbreak was good then.
Yeah, so I focused on the work. Right after the heartbreak, a month or two after national service. So I was so focused on the work, saving up. I saved up I think it was how much? 559. Yeah, saved up 559 every month.
The good part of the story is that the girl left you, and then you were able to save up the rest of your money to build up yourself.
Yeah, I mean, technically, I wasn't even giving much of money at that time.
That's why she left you. Then. Now we understand.
I wasn't even having money at that point.
Bro, why did she leave you?
You see, the thing is, I can't say everything on air on the show, but like,
no, I have quite a number of audience who are interested in stories of you guys how the heartbreak helped you, and how everything, how you were able to flip the whole thing.
I just say we were very young, and everyone has their like perspective about things, and I just guess we didn't have an incline, like how do we call it? We didn't have a point to connect. Like I just can't explain how, because it's a lot, and then it just didn't end up well.
But before then,
both of us,
the old one that I know that I'm talking about, there is another new one.
I'm currently in a relationship, yes.
I know that one. You are just making noise about it. I mean, I see that. I don't know. My point is that
I'm with the love of my life at the moment, and that's what that matters.
let's put that beautiful woman aside.
Okay.
I'm talking about before you met this one and only. There was I thought there was one.
There was one, yes, there was one.
And now there is what? There's another.
There was just one. Well, it's just one. Don't try and push it. It's just one.
Anyway, now I've seen that you came here with some nice.
Hey, it's not part. It's not part.
I want the people to have a fair idea of.
It's not mine.
You know, it's yours. I hate rough. It's yours. Now I want the people to have a fair idea of, you know, the content creation in itself. If you guys want to follow the trend and go through the suffering and try to get numbers and everything.
See, people just presume that
Because when people can see you in some nice whip and presume that, oh, I can also start and immediately I'll start making money.
That's the thing. But
Do you understand?
I started making content in 2017.
Bro, 2017.
And, yeah, and it was like, because I didn't have the tools, the right equipment, I was like patching things up, screen recording my laptop, a very broken laptop, slow, very slow laptop, but still doing screen recordings and posting on YouTube until 20. The way I regret that I didn't take content seriously in 2020.
Bro, me too, bro.
Hey, I wish I was like heavily invested. At that time, I was still having my smartphone trying to make content.
Why is that? Why?
It's just because I wasn't having the right tools, and I was a laboratory technologist. As for us, we were still working. We're still going to work during the COVID period. But I feel like during the COVID period, when there was a lockdown, everybody was glued to their phones. And everybody just went to TikTok, Instagram, social media. So the influx of users on those platforms were a lot.
Okay.
And it got people, that was when people blew up. That was when most people on social media started blowing up with,
That's cool.
especially the Lisa Kwamas, the dancing people.
Yeah.
So it was during that time. But yeah, everything started getting better and making sense after, I think, 2021, 2022.
But by then, you've already posted a couple of videos.
I would
and all
have
that.
posted a lot of content before then, way after. So 2022 roughly was when things started going well. Things started getting better. I started getting brands to pay for my videos. I think the first gig I did, I was paid $50. I was so happy. I was so happy I got a $50 deal, because $50 to CDs was a lot then. You know, I think the CD was around.
Do you go out looking for
CDs
these
then.
brands?
Yeah, so we write emails to some of these brands that we want to work with. Some of them also reach out to you via email majority of the time.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's that collaboration. There's that, like, you know, difference. But you need to, but you see, those who reach out to you via email, you know, they mostly are very
Good money.
not good money, not money per se, but like you have to do a lot of checks before you go ahead.
You think they could be, you know, scams? Or some?
Majority of the time, some of them, it's not scams per se, but like they don't preach what they are actually, they don't show what they're actually preaching. Yeah, nitty-gritty.
But you get a lot of deals though.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bro,
I wish, I hope, and hopefully if your brand is watching this,
bro. Me, I just do a very sincere podcast there. Here's the thing. I see most of your videos are probably an advert for X person or Y person and this and this and that. Like now, as we speak, it is more, I can say like 80%. Is it 80%? 50%, bro.
Some 50%.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, there are a few brands that I work with, and the reason you see a lot is that like it's a long-term contract. So some of them we work with them on a monthly basis. Some brands need to produce like 4, 5, 6 videos in a month. So you have like 2 or 3 of them. You see majority of the videos coming out like that, but you think it's like a lot of brands, just like a few. It's just that we make more videos for them. That's all.
I have 3 more questions to go.
Yeah, go.
From the content creation in itself, give me, you know, some steps to follow for this, because people can just see me. When did I even start, right? Somebody can just see me and say, I want to do content creation. I'm like, no, call Delpy. I mean, he's the guy who does the whole tech thing. And then, so, you know, walk me through some few steps for somebody who's starting right now to how it's going to be when you think things are working out.
So first off, like I said, find something you're passionate about. That's where you call the niche. But make sure it's a niche that provides value for people. So it has to either be something that would make them laugh, which is something that easily takes the waves of the internet.
Most people are not funny, bro.
Time, yeah, but some of them are not funny. Yeah, right.
Yeah, most people are not funny.
I'm sorry, but yeah, most of you are not funny.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
They are not funny. I mean, you can sugarcoat it all you want. Most of them are extremely not funny. Like I skip it all the time. Continue.
That's fine. That's
you want to say the same thing, bro?
No, I'm not saying. But however, the other thing you have to do is to try as much as possible to tailor it down for people to understand what you're trying to preach. It doesn't have to be a sit down and talk video, right? And like I said, it has to be either funny, educative, or provide some sort of value that would make people want to come back to your page every single day.
Most men who are very much good went through trauma. If you see a man who is
so you're trying to say trauma changes men than it does
correct,
men.
but I'm trying to explain to you properly, because when you look at it properly, most men who are very nice, they went through trauma to some degree, for the fact that maybe he grew up in a home where there was nothing and he had to struggle to get whatever he has and everything. There's a reason why he's calm. When you look at men who have money, most of these rich men, they are nice and respectful because they went through trauma to some degree as compared to women. Do you understand? So if you want your woman to be nice and be whatever you want your woman to be, you need to make sure she get all those baby girl treatments. That means she doesn't go to work like the way you want her to. You don't expect a woman to be working 24 hours or whatever the hell you want her to be doing. And at the end of the day, she will come home and be doing the cleaning.
Come and cook for you. Like some men out there, they'll just be in the house. They don't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, that is crazy. No, bro. You can't be a man because you have beard and you have dick, right? That's
the avenue I'm going.
Correct. So you have to be a man of value. How are you valuable? You make sure there is a home where your woman is herself. How is she herself? We know for a fact that when your woman is herself, then that means she's not going through that much stress that you want her to go through. So with your point, she doesn't need to go through, she has to work that close at 9. She gets home, she's extremely tired. You want her to come and do the cleaning whilst you don't do anything.
Even doesn't help with the home because there's always arguments. No, she's not happy. You expect to go to bed with her?
Well, that's trauma then. Because, again, you just confirm, because trauma in itself is the reason why she doesn't even feel for you. When women stress like that, it doesn't work. Okay, so if you want your woman to submit to you as a man, you need to also provide the environment where she is herself.
Exactly, that's what I'm preaching. That's all I mean. That's where submission comes.
I agree with your point, right? I mean, not for the fact that I have a platform that says things like this, I wouldn't support logic. Logic is there, and then there are certain things which are right. Most of these women also, they can get all this baby girl treatment and
still misbehave.
That's
where I'm trying to say that human beings are not the same. And if we take gender aside, man, woman, we all have roles to play, right? Yesterday I saw a video online, and there was this guy who is a baby mama, and is dating some other lady, and is using the baby mama's credit card to buy things for
the new one. That's stupidity.
Plus, he has other women aside that he's talking to. Like, it's just a lot. And this thing that the man is doing, there are women who do the same thing. There are women who would be doing the same thing. Maybe not buy things with their credit card, but there are women who do similar to hurt a man. And then there are men who do similar to hurt a woman. It goes both ways. So I don't even understand the reason for the war. Yes, women can be very... If it comes to wickedness, women even fear themselves. Right? When it comes to extreme wickedness, we say fear women. Even women, they fear themselves, and they've agreed to this. They have agreed to this generally. If a woman plans on doing something to really retaliate to something you did to her,
all right,
the extensive planning that goes into making sure they execute it perfectly.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, with that everybody agrees.
And it's different with men. See, a man, even within themselves, like as women as a group, you'd see a lot of women who would say, I don't really have female friends. Why?
Because they hate themselves.
Because they hate themselves and they don't hide it.
Yeah. That's true.
I know a lady friend.
Hold on, guys. You need to check out Stvpid right now. Right, they have this option called the Pick Now, Pay Later option. You can pick up a washing machine, a refrigerator, a sound system, a television, and all that. And then the option is called the Pick Now, Pay Later. So you can pick up a television again, all these appliances, right, and pay in bits. You know how we do it. Let's get back to the video.
I thought she had this nice female friend who she always was posting. All of a sudden, she stopped. I didn't ask her why because I knew what happened.
Yeah. I mean,
you get it.
Yeah.
And now you barely see a lot of female friends with her, or
women barely make friends
Exactly.
for too long, for that long.
Exactly.
Barely.
There was even this video where the woman was on a track running,
Right.
going on a race, and it's like the lady came to pass her. I don't know if it was a friend or something, holding the baton, knocked her because she was passing her. If men can be jealous of each other, right? I mean, jealousy is within everybody. It's not gender specific.
Correct.
And if the man is just running away, like let's say on that same track, and the man is bypassing the other man, there's no way a man would be like that emotional to hit the man because they passed him. You'd rarely see anything like that from the man's
So
side.
you're saying men are more logical.
Men are more logical. Women are super emotional with some of these things.
Yeah.
It makes them do deadly stuff.
Let's talk about friendship with women then. Do you have friends? Do you have friendship? Do you have friends?
I do have a couple
Female
of
friends?
female friends, but not a lot of them.
Why do you have female friends?
Why do I have female
Why do
friends?
you have female
I happen to, the work I'm doing makes me want.
So is it business
mostly it's
related?
business, yeah. Mostly it's business. Majority of my friends are males.
Hmm.
Yeah, majority of my friends are males. I can tell a few female friends. Not even just we are friends because they were my classmates in school or we're in the same
The female
church.
friends?
Yeah, just classmates, church.
Why don't you have female
nothing
friends
outside.
Why don't you have female friends?
Charlie, no. I have a woman. I don't want to cause problem.
Okay, so are you confirming to me that women don't provide much value when they are friends?
Oh no, women do. I have women who do provide value.
Which value?
There was a lady who helped me purchase my first camera.
That's nice.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they do provide value.
Can you look at it in general? Would you also say women provide much value when they are friends as a man?
I don't get it. Like a woman and no, not really, not every time.
Apart from sex.
I mean, that's for those who want that. Because I know there are men who would exchange that value for sex, so that's value for them.
I mean, to me, I think that would be the best exchange.
Yeah. So, but you see, that's the problem. That's what makes.
I need you to teach me something.
I'm not a
from-
relationship
from-
expert.
I understand. I mean, you can use your
I'm not a
general.
gender expert.
Correct. You can use your general perception on what you've seen and your ideas to just say whatever you think it is. You might not be extremely right. That's what you've been trying to correct the whole time, but you can speak from your opinion, and that's it. You understand? So
Okay.
from what you're saying that women do not provide that much value when they are friends. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying I'm not agreeing to that fact because I have not met women like that.
Yeah, but again, you said that women women themselves do not have a lot of female friends.
In their circle,
so
they're
they
like,
themselves know that they don't provide.
It's not like they know that they don't provide it. I'm talking about, listen, don't misquote me.
Okay.
I'm saying that women do not have female friends a lot. Some of them, I mean, there are some who have genuine female friends, right? Don't get me wrong. But majority of the ones that don't end up being well is because like of less emotional intelligence and how to handle things within themselves.
Okay.
Like when they hate deeply.
Okay.
Well, yeah, they are like you go do me something. You do me something, I vex, right? They pay me,
Okay.
but that doesn't mean that I shouldn't talk to you. We still the vibe, all right.
Yeah.
That thing you do, it vex me.
I will call you.
But they pay me, say I no go like come talk to you, or
Yeah.
I no go. You go call me, we go talk, we go chat, we do all right. If we
But-
just go trash them out like we do, we just have a conversation around it and then we'll trash it out. But that doesn't mean that I should like hate you to an extent as I see your car for take something whack up.
But are you saying that women can get that kind of
Women can,
rage and that kind
bro.
of
Like you don't watch the videos. She got pissed because her boyfriend did something she didn't like. Went to spoil his TV. You don't know how much it. She gets it. Like sometimes it's even a joke, if a prank or something. You know.
and the girl will be all over the place. That's crazy.
You get it. So yeah, it's like, and it's not again. This doesn't apply to every woman. It's
Bro, the vast majority of women, though. I mean,
yeah, maybe
the
yeah.
vast, if you want to speak in general, I mean, this is the general.
Yeah. So
something about
yeah, I feel like it's like this is more common with women
Yeah.
than men would, and men are more logical with how to handle situations.
Yeah,
Like,
so
we can be very good friends. We don't talk for how many times we talking there?
Yeah.
Speaking in a long while, but
Yeah.
when we catch up.
We are cool.
But mom might take it personal. Like, this girl, she hasn't talking to me for years. So don't talk to her.
What do you think about men who are more likely able to trust their own men and then they jump into making friends with women, or maybe they have their girlfriend and their girlfriend is the only people or the only person they have with that? What do you think about that?
I think you're talking to me.
Yeah,
Talk to me
speaking to
direct.
you, speaking to
If
you.
you want to talk to me, mention my name.
Your girlfriend is your only friend. Now, the reason why I did not bring it to you yourself is I want you to analyze it in general. I can be doing something which is wrong or right, but then that would not justify the rule. So I can also speak in general, and I can say
She's not my only friend, right? But she's my best friend. Like
you're speaking about your girlfriend.
Yes, like if you're using that example for people who like prioritize talking to them, you know, she's somebody I want to build a life with. She's somebody I want to, start a life with. Like,
What did you say?
I'm trying to say something like, you know.
What did you see?
What did I see? Are you doing counseling?
What did you see?
Is it counseling?
What did you say? I want to follow up what. I want
No,
to
you
follow your
see,
trend.
it's hard to find women like her, like
Right.
good women, people who like want to provide some form of value in your life.
Okay.
You know, like this whole content creation thing, she's
Yeah.
like heavily invested in it, like sometimes helping, supporting,
With ideas and
encouragement,
everything.
ideas, financially, sometimes even.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's hard to find people like that. But there are men who, sometimes the relationship demands a lot that you don't have any choice but to maybe forgo your friendships with other guys. It's normal. It happens. And I'm not saying this because I'm a victim.
Okay.
I still talk to my boys.
Okay.
I still discuss with my boys. We go out when we have to. We catch up when we have to. We do talk when we have to. You get it? It's just that sometimes the situations are different. Let's just say you have a long distance partner, right? You have a partner who is not really close to you. It's different if your partner is close to you and you're still doing that. Because the long distance might need more attention from you than your partner or your other brothers would. And your brothers should understand this. It's a relationship. You've ended up falling in love. The first mistake you did was falling in love. And you've done that already.
I mean, you shouldn't. Okay.
I'm not saying it's a mistake to fall in love.
Hey,
I'm just saying that as a group of brothers, I'm just saying that as a group of brothers, you broke the accord by going to be in a relationship and they've understood you to that point. My brothers understand me, right? They understand that I'm in a relationship now, and all of them eventually have had relationships. They're just not in relationships at the moment. And anytime they have relationships, it's the same thing. Some of them don't have time for each other. When they cassava, my woman, they call me, they ain't go hang up, right? But you need to find a woman who allows you to still want to be with your friends. You know, like I'm talking to my woman and then my friends are calling like, oh, babe, this guy is calling. It's like, oh yeah, go talk to him.
Yeah.
Someone will be like, hey, it's my time. There's no need to talk to me. There's no need to talk to anybody. Like, even if they don't tell you directly, they're like,
they're giving you
they're giving you a certain kind of treatments that makes you want to like not talk to anyone else but them.
Yeah. That is crazy then.
You get it? So that's different.
Let's touch a bit on long distance relationship. I mean, people think it's crazy.
It is. It actually is. It can get crazy.
You are in a long distance
I'm not
relationship.
me. Did I tell you that?
I know. Now, what do you think is crazy as people think it is, or what do you think?
It only gets crazy if you don't have a partner who is willing to compromise as much as you want to compromise. Long distance like requires compromise.
Explain that to me.
Compromise in the sense that there's so many things that both of you wouldn't want to do because it's distant, but you'd have to do it because you just want to make each other happy. And someone said something that triggered me some time back, and they were like, long distance only works if between you and the other, like, I don't remember the statement, but it had to do with, because you're in different countries or you're in different towns, you have somebody by your side. She also has somebody by her side.
Right.
That's the only way the long distance relationship will work.
But what do you think?
I think it's garbage if that's the case. If that is the case, why are you not with the other person instead? Why are you still in a long distance? Because long distance in its sense is stressful enough to have to go through all that because you want, and then have somebody else on the side. Just be with them if that's the case.
Yeah, but they might not be the one.
So why are you with them?
Well, you can still use them for a couple of reasons.
Why are you using
but
someone?
They are not the one. We see. Let me give you a scenario. There is a reason why maybe a woman knows that she has a man that is probably somewhere who takes care of everything. Okay, but she also has somebody here who does not take care of anything, but he's probably good at texting.
I think it's childish. I think it's childish.
You know, people have this narrative that if you have a long distance relationship, obviously you're probably doing things here and she's doing things there.
There's that narrative.
And there's also a narrative that long distance relationship in itself is a whole bunch of nudes sent over here and there. You do that, don't you?
I don't know. No, I don't do that.
You do that.
It's just, you see, it's. I think that to some people it's something that spices up the relationship for them, right?
Well, what else spices up the relationship if the girlfriend
you never
of
had
yours
like intimate conversations with someone?
You talk the whole time?
Yeah, we talk the whole time.
What about wanting to see their breast or something?
I think that's a you preference. I don't know about you, but that's not me. Yeah, but the point is,
when you finish, I'll just tell you the point. I mean, this is my point. My point is that long distance relationship is two things.
I'm just saying
there's a whole bunch of nudes flying on the internet.
That's what your perspective is.
And
that's fine.
I can't change the talks is fine though. I mean, the talks is a whole bunch of talking as well. Good night. That's fine. And
playing games together, watching movies together.
Okay. You guys play games together?
Yeah, we play games together. I message games because you know I use an iPhone because of her.
Okay.
Yeah, so you play games together, you watch movies together. There are so many channels, platforms you can do that together. Have intimate conversations. Talk about your future.
Every day?
Transparency.
Every day?
Not every day. And sometimes she'll go to work and she'll come back and she's like, this person did this for me at work. It's just nice to hear. You get it? It's one of those things, but honestly speaking, yeah.
Love goes sweet though.
But honestly speaking, the major factor apart from compromise is transparency and discipline. Okay. Yeah, transparency in the sense that you're not doing too much. You're not asking her to necessarily track your location or track her location or anything. That's a bit of her extreme. Mm-hmm. But goes by her day, you go by your day, letting them know what is happening. Right now we are here. She knows I'm here. Mm-hmm. You get it. Some people
she knows you're
here.
Yeah,
some people don't do that.
That's sexy.
Some people don't do that with their partners because they think it's a bit overwhelming. You have to get used to doing that. Mm-hmm. And you know the beautiful thing?
Tell me.
If you're able to break this bridge or end this bridge or gap of distance and you end up being together because of the years, months, days or weeks of extreme discipline. Because see, in the distance I feel like you have every reason to be tempted enough to cheat. Right? Mm-hmm. And at a degree, you could defend yourself for doing that, which is not right in the first place. But some people still do it.
For a man, I think it's good.
Nah, that mentality shit. Nah. Okay. It doesn't have to be gender specific.
Okay. It doesn't have to be?
Nah.
All right.
Why is it good for a man to do that?
Well, a man still have the capability of still being in love with you and still cheat.
But a woman can't.
No. When a woman cheats, there's always a reason to it.
So when a man cheating, there's no reason?
There's no reason.
The man just cheated because he wanted to cheat.
Correct.
Then I'm gay.
Oh, no, I mean, there are always exceptions. So you could be the exception. All right. The fact that you have a very beautiful relationship like this doesn't mean to work for everybody.
Hey, I don't have a beautiful relationship.
Well, there's skills. Even the person who has a beautiful relationship is even run away from the word beautiful. My point is that my point is that majority of this kind of relationship barely works. You know, like the man will be doing things, and then the woman might be doing things. And then the man will still have the capability of still being in love with the woman, with the woman, and still be doing things on the side.
So what makes you do the things though?
Well, the fact that, you know, as his ability to sex, he probably want to just, you know, do something tonight, and that's it.
Would you say it's different from like, let's say if somebody's in a distance relationship and they've never had sex before, it changes the perspective?
You know, women still have the capability of not wanting to have sex for like years. And
not women, like as a man.
No, a man, it's not possible.
A man who has never had sex before in a relationship with a woman in a distance relationship, do you think the urge to want to have sex?
Okay, so the man who has not had sex before, I don't know how it feels like, but then the urge to have sex in itself as men is so much difficult that I don't know I can really explain. I don't know how to even explain this properly. The fact that you probably want to butt some nuts and, you know, that zeal will still be there over time within a day. Okay, and me, I think even discipline in itself starts from, you know, a man's side before we go to a woman. With women, they have the capability to even not want to have sex. Even if they are wanting to, they could still say no to it. Because women still have that, you know, that thing. You can get a lady who can visit you and she'll still say no. We've had our mothers who have lost their husbands and they still not have sex for years. Okay, so women still have the capability to say no to sex. However, when it comes to men, Men, bro, men. The fact that there's something gets hard like every 2 seconds in itself.
So you're saying women have more sexual discipline than men?
Correct. And you know that for a fact. Men don't. I mean, if a man,
how do I know that for a man?
Okay. I mean, for the sake of the podcast, I know about this because of my research base and myself.
Yeah, I'm learning.
I mean, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm learning.
I mean, again, you are the exception. Okay, you are the gentleman who is the nice guy and everything. I mean, good for you. I mean, but again, with men in general, okay, he has the capability of still having a long distance relationship with a beautiful woman, and that woman is beautiful and special to him, but will still be knocking some girl on.
So
the
what
side.
if the man doesn't do that?
Well, again, it barely happens though. It barely happens. Again, don't look at it from your glasses.
No,
it barely happens. They probably have some, they have some side tiny chick here and there, and that is mostly what the good part about the whole thing. Even though I'm not justifying that it should happen, the good part of the whole thing is that men still have the capability to be in love without, even if they go do something crazy, they can still take care of you, they can still talk to you, they can still be doing all whatever they are doing, and still be knocking somebody.
You see, this is the problem. This is what has caused like so much infidelity and promiscuity amongst men.
No, I am not making the rule.
No, you're not the one making the rule. It's something that exists.
I am.
You just came to meet it in society. So yeah, but I still think that narrative needs to be changed, because in the end, it's affecting people.
Yo, man, what you think, should be changed and what is genuinely happening is two different things.
I can't change it, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm not going to change it, but I would love
I've seen people
perspective.
who, have different narrative on a couple of things that I might have said, and they think that X things shouldn't happen because of a couple of reasons. And I'm saying, I also support you that you shouldn't say that. It shouldn't happen. However, that is the reality about life. That is what is happening. A vast majority of people are doing it. Do you understand? And we can campaign and say people shouldn't do it. Like for instance, judging a book by its cover. How many times have people not said that? Don't judge a book by its cover. But still, we have people who will still look at me or look at you or look at a couple of people and still judge us by the book. Mm-hmm. Do you understand my point? So it is like that, right? So I mean, you have a very beautiful relationship again.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And congratulations to you. I mean, apart from the fact that I'm even wishing you well, I've seen a glimpse of it, and I know your girl already know me to some degree.
She doesn't know you.
All right, she doesn't. I'll find her. Let me draw this full circle. Okay, we've had a very beautiful discussion on my panel today. I have my brother here. I'm going to leave the end of the conversation to you. That's what you're going to do. With the numbers you have and the people who are going to watch this, I'm going to ask you to tell your people to subscribe to my channel, because this is going to be posted on YouTube, of course. So, do your thing.
Hi guys, this is the Silvercast podcast. It's an amazing place to be. I've learned new things myself, but you need to know that if you're here,
you've not learned anything.
You need to know that if you're here, you should be ready for the buzz boost. Anyway, it's a great platform, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on that post notification bell. Do that now.
That is important to me, bro.
Yeah, because you don't want to miss any updates, any notification from the Silvercast podcast. We go talk more, Charlie.
Yeah, guys, if anything, I'll call you.